character building standpoint in terms of going through experiences and things like this?
I think it's good. I mean, obviously, we're so early in the season. But again, you definitely don't want to drop games, especially like this, regardless of being shorthanded, whatever it is. We're still trying to play the right way, still trying to take steps in the right direction. Overall, compete level was pretty high. We didn't, shoot particularly well. We haven't shot particularly well the last couple of games, but I thought, we competed better than we did against Charlotte. And it's just one of those things where, we even talked about this morning, regardless of who you're playing against, every team that steps on the court, they all have capable guys that can have big nights. And it doesn't matter, what's on the front of the jersey, what's on the back, everybody is solid players across the board, and you have to respect that.
Can you take us through that final possession of overtime?
Yeah, so the play was drawn up for Harris to try and get a touch over on the left block and sort of like isolation and just let him play. Memphis did a good job taking it away. I was sort of the emergency valve, got it, had sort of a pretty good, one dribble pull up three look at it, but, just didn't go down. And, it's tough because you try to execute stuff late game, but you definitely don't want to be necessarily in that position. And there was a lot of things, I think, over the course of the game where, we could have cleaned it up and, never even gotten in that spot.
Brian Lewis, New York Post.
Hey, Joe, this is twofold. You mentioned not really shooting well the last couple of games. I mean, what would you attribute the particularly bad shooting in the overtime to? And also just if you could touch on how much, obviously, you guys are going to be missing Spencer going forward.
I think, I don't know. It's hard to attribute to anything in particular. Shooting is sort of a weird thing. It's, at the end of the day, it is more of a focus, mental thing than anything else. I think, I don't even want to use fatigue as an excuse because everybody's tired, traveling, playing in the course of the NBA, having to deal with what we're dealing with. But, coming off a tough back-to-back, I thought we shot well early on. It just it didn't stay consistent throughout the game and sort of lost our legs there towards the end. But that's where you have to kind of buckle down, really focus in and get your mechanics right, trying to knock them down. And then to Spencer question, yeah, I mean, it's devastating. It's, a difficult blow for the team. Spencer is obviously an all-star caliber player. And, losing him obviously is a huge impact, both ends of the ball. And, even just, for morale's sake around the locker room, you never want to see one of your teammates go down.
Christian Winfield, New York Daily News.
Hey, Joe, can you just talk about what kind of impact Valanciunas had on this game tonight?
Yeah, he, is one of those guys that's just so solid. He's sort of a dying breed in terms of, bigs that play back to the basket, really try to bully you. But he's efficient when he does it, and he's really good on the glass too. And, he just kind of always makes the right play, but he puts a lot of pressure on your bigs because he's crashing so much. He's sort of comparable to a guy like Tristan Thompson, where, you look at the stat sheet, you might not see, these gaudy stats, but just the, way that he crashes, the pressure that he puts on the rim, it makes a big impact on the game, and it puts a lot of pressure on our bigs.
Alex Schiffer, The Athletic.
Hey, Joe, how does your role change in games that Kyrie and Kevin don't play? Is it similar to the bubble where just everyone takes a little more on their plate, or is it a little different?
Yeah, I think, it's sort of next man up mentality. Everybody has to sort of step up and embrace, the role that they have when, obviously two of our, most pivotal players on both ends of the ball are gone. So, but the thing is, at the end of the day, we have enough depth where we can play well together when we do have a man or two out. It's just one of those things where it is so early in the year where, I think for chemistry's sake, unity's sake, it's the first time that we had played without Kevin and Kyrie. We've gone through all of training camp, the preseason games, everything, where we're these guys are obviously the focal point, and without them out there, guys like Harris, even Chris Chioza, it just provides an opportunity for them to step up and be the primary sort of ball handlers and facilitators on the team.
And then just to follow up, what have you thought of Tim's performance tonight? I mean, he's given you guys 2 good games now.
Yeah, TLC has been great. He obviously played really well throughout the bubble. He had a great training camp, played well in the preseason, and then, sort of opportunity obviously kind of sprung up for, sort of the wrong reasons. You never want to, again, Spencer's injury is devastating in terms of just, you never want to see a teammate impacted and injured in that way. But it provides the opportunity for TLC to come in and play, and he's obviously taking advantage of it.
Thanks for your time, Joe. We appreciate it.
Thank you.